Welcome back to the Stephen Knight Show. Again, we're all over social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and of course, our official website, thestephenknightshow.com. Our boy Adam is joining us for movie reviews, and he's even rocking one of our tank tops. So go on our website and get your copy.
Yeah, Thanksgiving is just around the corner.
Absolutely.
Perfect time to buy a shirt.
Yep. Yeah. And Christmas is even close. Well, even after that. Okay. Well, this story is kind of interesting. Well, not even really interesting. It's someone that Nayyir, we actually went to school with. So last week, a video of a man attempting to break into a woman's home went viral. Since then, he has been identified, but not arrested, according to the victim. In a series of tweets, Kezia Williams expressed her disappointment about the incident and explained why the man wasn't arrested. She tweeted, "Yes, the suspect was identified, but as today, not arrested," explaining the perpetrator's mother identified him. She also expressed, even though his mom confirmed seeing her son on the video, the commissioner said that there's only the only probable cause for attempted burglary, and which warrants a criminal summons, not arrest. Expressing that she was disappointed, Williams also stated that the perpetrator had cases that dated back from 2007. She also showed appreciation for the mother for identifying him. So I sincerely appreciate the honesty of the subject's mom. I really do, she expressed. The day of the attempt entry, I feared my body would be violated versus stuffed and robbed. She also stated, I don't know what it will take for an arrest. She said, I thought my story video would have warranted that already, but I do have paperwork, and I'm still very grateful about the community who continues to envelope me in prayer. No, I'm not okay, but I'm believing for complete total healing. So apparently she went outside. The man had followed her home. She was letting her dog out, and then he came up to the home, tried to get in her through the windows. He had zip ties in his pocket and everything. She was on the phone with 911, locked in a room, watching him on her camera. Chike, why do you think this man has not been arrested?
Didn't you just mention that he was connected?
I'm sorry?
Who's the mother?
No, his mother's the one identified. When she released the camera video of the incident, the mom saw it and said, "Oh, that's my son."
So they know who he is, and he hasn't been arrested.
Because they're saying it warrants a criminal summons, not an arrest.
But doesn't he have outstanding? He has outstanding cases, though, right? From 2007. Mm-hmm. So he should have a bench warrant.
Yeah. What were you saying?
Looks like she can sue the county.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What were you saying, Nayyir?
Yeah, we do know her, but I didn't realize that was her.
I didn't know either. My brother told me.
Wow. They don't know each other. She didn't know that man.
I don't believe she knows him. No.
That's an important detail, I think, but it doesn't say that. Still doesn't warrant a criminal arrest. Mm-hmm. But I know you weren't. Were you coming to me? Were you going to come to me?
Yeah.
Oh, wow, that's incredible. I saw that video, and didn't they say he had a gun on him as well?
I don't know about the gun. I know he had zip ties in his pocket.
But he did follow her, right? He followed
her home. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, somebody.
So that's stalking too.
Yeah. Especially if she expressed that she was uncomfortable. If Sean King is anywhere out there within earshot, he needs to be on this. What's that other guy? Crump needs to be on this. What's that other guy? Lee Merritt needs to be on this. Whoever it is, because these will get some things changed. It needs to be highlighted. It needs to be highlighted. There, that's Virginia.
Virginia, yeah, and he was trying to get in her home.
Yeah, I saw. That was very frightening. I showed my wife that video. It was very frightening. One, I wholeheartedly believe in self-defense, just for women and men, and I wholeheartedly believe that men and women should carry some type of protection, some form, in cases like that. In the event that the police didn't get there in time and he broke into her house, what if he was successful? Mm-hmm. So it's sad. It's sad, but the right people need to. The community needs to rally around her, and people need to highlight that incident.
Yeah,
very sad.
Lynia, as a woman, what are your thoughts? You know, you walking your dog, this man has stalked you, now trying to break in your home.
So I saw the video, and I can't imagine her thought process, because when she seen him, you know, she had to call her dog to like, come on, we're on in the house. Mm-hmm. And she immediately went, you know, the dog was trying to use the bathroom, like, what the hell is going on?
Right.
Go in the house. He walks up to the door. He's on the door, you know what I mean? He's on the door. He specifically looked in that camera, and then he put his finger on the camera. Then he took his finger off so he could put his gloves on. Then he went, after he was done with all that, then he went messing with the windows. It took the cops 15 minutes to get to her. When it could have took him shorter than that to really break in if he wanted to.
Yep.
Now, do I want to say they really didn't give 2 iotas because she was Black? I ain't gonna say it. I'm gonna think it. And because he was Black. So I'm not sure, but I had a conversation with my girlfriend over the weekend because I had talked to her. I have a security camera in my apartment, and I want to get one on my front door. And I told her she needs to get one on hers because, you know, I'm in and out. You know what I mean? And I just don't, you know, you never know. You know what I mean? And it's scary because it's getting worse, especially with the high sex trafficking thing that's going on, especially when it comes to us, and they don't care. They don't care.
Yeah.
So I'm happy that she's safe, but moving forward, this is going to be a whole therapy, counseling type of post-traumatic stress situation. And I hope she can I know that money won't fix it, but you need to send a message and you need to do that ASAP.
And she still lives there, and he knows that she lives there. And the higher
Yeah.
profile, he may become more upset. That's terrible. I mean, he needs to be sought after.
Yeah, absolutely. But she's you know, she does a lot of positive things in the community, but she's also an influencer, you know, on social media. And so she has a lot of visibility. So she's already out there, you know what I mean, in what she does. Adam, what do you think about this story?
So this is my first time hearing about the story when I read the Hot Topics, and yeah, it's truly disturbing. You know, lots of different theories. Definitely race, could be gender. You know, there's a lot of reasons why no one's taking it seriously, but I do think, like everyone said, awareness, bring the awareness, bring it out. People need to know, because that's the only way it's going to change anything.
Absolutely.
Can I just say something real quick?
Sure.
Ayala Von Sant did an interview with Tamron Hall, and she talked about the reason why she, you know, stopped doing Fix My Life. And one of the things was people showed up to her crib. How do you show up to this woman's house? Because you feel entitled for some freaking reason. You have no right. You have no right to do that. People overstep boundaries and they cross these lines, and you put people in jeopardy.
Right.
I just don't understand.
No, that's true. It's very true. Very true. Well, thank God she's okay. Thank God she's okay. Well, let's talk about Facebook. So, you know, it was announced last week they're changing their name to Meta. Now, apparently, the Shade Room, they spoke to a reps at Meta, and it's going to be a lot going on with the change. So the metaverse will consist of 3D world complete with virtual avatars, customizable homes, teleportation, gaming, fitness, and parties. So you can think about the metaverse as an embodied internet. This is Mark Zuckerberg talking. Instead of just viewing content, you're in it. So some of the ways that you can expect our online world to change are the horizon worlds, where users can teleport to any surprise party or concert in the world with their friends. Now, Horizon Work Room, which virtually reconnects teams to work remotely, and features where you can move through the time and space, and study ancient civilizations or other planets up close. Now, it also is going to be good for business owners because you can have like live, where you can sell product things, virtual events, and whatnot. And they had a walkthrough with a person who has a candle line. Now, Zuckerberg explained that the live unveiling of Meta that these developments are unfolding over time, and the virtual reality headsets aren't common in many households yet. Reps at Facebook, well, Meta, they say that some of the technology could manifest as much as 5 to 10 years down the line. Now your Facebook has always been ahead of the game when it comes to technology. Do you think you will see a lot of other companies going in this direction where it's like the metaverse where we're all like virtually in places?
Most definitely. I think Facebook has caught, that's already happening over in Asia. So I think Facebook they got the money. So they got the money and the infrastructure and the people to kind of begin pushing that forward more here in the West. So they'll probably buy up any and everybody who's doing something really, really great if they haven't already done that or already having to establish those conversations. But you will see some other people in the space because some other businesses or companies because there's lots of money in that industry, especially when it comes to VR. Tons.
And Lynia, I know that I saw when they first announced that they were on CBS Mornings, and Gail King had one of the headsets on. She was at some event, and she was saying that although she really likes it, it takes away that human connection because you're not really with the person. What do you think about this?
The only Meta I know is Meta World Peace, aka Ron Artest. That's the only Meta that I know. It's gonna be Facebook, it's gonna be FB. And it sounds stupid, but I mean, you know, what it says, the wave of the future or whatever. But I don't have money like Zuckel Hamburger. I don't have no money like him, so he can do whatever he want to do with his metaverse, universe, Themiverse, and all those good things.
You know, Adam, it's interesting that they announced this as they're going through so much backlash with, you know, the studies, the whistleblowers saying that, you know, they knew about these certain like hate crimes online or hate posts and things like that. And it's kind of like they're dodging that by announcing this. What do you think about that?
I think it's 100% that they want to deflect. You know, Facebook's name is kind of toxic right now. You know, young people don't use even Facebook. So that's the way for them to kind of get the press off of them. And it's not going to work, obviously, but it'll be interesting to see what they do with it. But yeah, it's definitely a deflection tactic.
What do you think about this, Chike?
So I'm exactly there. They're avoiding potential legal bombardment because they're coming. There's a lot of things that have been done and they haven't really answered for, and they're coming for them. So, and I just want to give some examples of some other companies that have gone through heat and they've changed their name. Philip Morris, you know, the cigarette company, they changed their name. Johnson & Johnson, when they got in trouble with the baby powder being cancerous, they changed their name. JetBlue, when they kept having those accidents, changed their name. It's like AirTran or something now. It's a regular thing. It's a regular thing in companies. When the heat comes on you, that's how they can escape some stuff. Change your name, become a new company. And then you bankrupt the company that's new. So when the suits come, there's no money to pay.
Yeah, it's all a game. All a game. Oh, well, last story, they say times are changing and Merriam-Webster dictionary is staying reflective with the new words they've created. Now, last Wednesday, they added 455 new words and definitions. Some of the terms added to the Merriam-Webster dictionary included dad bod and flutter nutter and air fryer. As you know, as we all know, they said the girls use the word dad bod when speaking about a man with a little extra weight around his belly, not me. According to the dictionary, it's a physique regarding typical as the average father. The dictionary also described it as being slightly overweight, and not extremely muscular. Another word, flutter nutter, I never heard this, is a sandwich which is made with peanut butter and marshmallow cream. The dictionary also has am I right, short for am I right. The TBH is also added, it stands for to be honest. In an interview with Today, what they're pretty much explaining is these words are added once they're used in like the New York Times or the Atlantic. Like, you know, they do have slang dictionaries, they add words in, but for it to be added in this dictionary, it has to be in those publications. But yeah, they also added child and finna. I'm finna go to Jamal.
Excuse me?
Finna and child.
As in like honey child.
Hey child. What my mommy say, hey child.
And you mean, wait, hold on.
And as in fixing to, they put fitna.
No, finna. I'm finna go to
Finna.
But it's fixing to go. That's what it really means, fixing.
But they finna.
Jesus.
Lynia, what do you think about these words being added?
I got a college degree, right? And if I knew that this was gonna be like this now in this day and time, I wouldn't have got that college degree. I wouldn't have learned all them luxurious college words that I learned, knowing that I would be finna have to learn this word that's in the Merriam-Webster dictionary. And am I right? And to be honest, first of all, people are losing their common sense and how to have whole sentences. You know what? I'm fitting to be done.
Adam, what are your thoughts about these words being added?
I actually love them. I mean, it's the evolution of language, right? Even if it does get a little weird, it does kind of give a fun, I always, when I text, I say "ite," just IGHT. Maybe that'll come into the lexicon. It's good to be a little more efficient in communication, I think.
Yeah. Chike?
I think they want us all dumb. We're the dumbest in the world now anyway, except for maybe a third world country where they live in caves, but we're the dumbest. We really are. There's no more penmanship.
No cursing.
No, there's no rules anymore. You can just, you can write like this and it's okay. We're just going to go back to put stuff on caves, just write on walls. We'll all be all right.
Nayyir, what are your thoughts on this?
That old Merriam, I think it's time for a new dictionary source, a new reference source. It's only the big three. What is it? Merriam, Oxford, and what's the other one?
Webster. Yeah.
Huh?
Webster.
So it's just Webster.
No, Merriam-Webster.
Oh, no, sorry.
is one.
Yeah. New American Dictionary, I think, is what it's called.
Okay.
What is it?
New American Dictionary.
Yeah, I think it's those three. So it might be time for a more inclusive source that focuses on the basics and trying to keep language classy. The English language already is a bit, diluted and made up and things. So we might need a better source now.
I agree. I mean, when I go to a dictionary, I want to see professional words.
Right.
I don't want to see finna. I don't want to see acronyms. I want to see professional words. And that's what I go to.
My dad, to this day, he doesn't acknowledge any business language if it's not in the Oxford dictionary. He does not acknowledge it. He thinks that Webster is trash, Merriam-Webster. He does.
In a court of law, when you go to defend and your lawyer stands up in front of the judge and your lawyer says, well, he was fitting to, you gonna accept that in your defense?
Right.
I'm sorry. Chow is really chilly. Y'all know that, right?
Child.
Like it's really chilly. It's not, never mind.
You can't understand it.
Never mind.
Nayyir, I was thinking about you talking about the last topic last week. Now I can understand why that woman
He was trying to make excuses for that broad. No.
He said there had to be some kind of reason.
Wait, Nayyir, I lied to you not. My boyfriend called me. He was like, why y'all jump on Nayyir like that? He was trying to give a different perspective because he'd be always agreeing with you. He was giving a different perspective. He got real good. I said, don't you talk me that bull. Don't you do that. Don't you do that.
Well, listen, guys, thank you so much for Hot Topics tonight. When we come back, part 2 of our interview with health and wellness expert Vaughn Scales, right back after this.
Bye, Chair.